what it to feel like. You know what I'm saying? Y'all in the lab with us, you know. Basically, you know what I mean? Hold to the boot. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Got something with it. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Got something with it. Yeah. My enemies frustrated cause I won't engage. I expose slaves, they ain't fucking with the culture wave. Till I'm holding grape, holding on the vocal lay. In the streets or internet like an open J. Young king playing the part I'm supposed to play. Sapiosexual vibration, I poke your bae. She at your neck like he ain't got the answer sway. Jay got a colorful aura like anime. Young bull flex on all old niggas, go figure. I'm in bed with success, cozier than cold winners. They got a massive team but nobody know business. I go with hits like a ho-ho go with Christmas. Had to pause for the bros who missed it. Your boy flow wicked and so liquid. I speak life, build my own bridges. My gold glisten, only cause I'm so gifted. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Got something with it. Oh. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Got something with it. I know you feel the climate change in the multiverse. Came up off the stoop in that same hat, only shirt. How you calling that a queen if she only twerk? You on your own with that, son. Lonely birth, move authentic, views all tinted. We know that eye candy in them 2 doors rented. I ain't out of pocket, I've been cool for a minute. May you dig your own grave and you dudes fall in it. Official moves, like them dudes wearing red and blues. Get a clue, it's what you really better do. Nothing but my hints are new in the vestibule. Anyone else step into need a pedestal. Pin to the paper lines, hotter than an iron felt. Divine for the monoline with the higher self. Pin to the paper lines, hotter than an iron felt. Divine for the monoline with the higher self. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Got something with it. Whoa. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Got something with it.
Hey, how are y'all doing this evening? This is AMPspirationTTV, and I am your host, the Plump Queen. Well, it is Monday, Moon Day, first day of the week, and I appreciate you guys giving me all of your time and your energy. I had a very eventful weekend, so I think I'm still there. I'm so sorry. But make sure y'all hit that share button, share, because you know we have to make Ampspiration go viral. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. You know we on there, guys. Got to get this inspiration any way that you can. So make sure you hit that bell so you can get this inspiration and you don't ever have to miss it. Okay? So, tonight's topic I got from a friend of mine. As a male friend of mine, I grew up with him. And he had made a post, a very controversial post. And he definitely got, I would say, his ass handed to him. Because what he talked about was very sensitive, to the female population. Now, you guys know me. I'm all about trying to find conducive ways for us, especially in our community, for black men and black women, to unite. We have so many reasons and so many, ways that we are going at each other, and no one is coming up with solutions on how to change this. Okay, so most of the time, misunderstandings happen because you don't truly have all of the information, or sometimes you just don't know certain things. And we're very emotional creatures, human beings, period, whether it be male or female. And we need to balance that out. Like men and women, we're different. We do certain things, we have different body parts, we have different ways of doing things. And that's just, what that is. Divine feminine is divine feminine. Divine masculine is divine masculine. You know what I'm saying? But when you put those two together, they bring ma'at. They bring balance. So if the two together brings balancement, that means that they coincide with one another. That means we're supposed to blend. So the only way to truly do that, I feel, you know what I'm saying, is for us to truly try to overstand one another. Overstand our differences, truly, not just saying it, truly overstanding that we are different and not taking it personally. So what he said is he didn't understand why women, cry and get extremely dramatically emotional about miscarriages. He doesn't understand how you have not held the child, you know what I'm saying, the child was not born, you haven't created a bond in his mind, you know what I'm saying? So he doesn't understand the dramatics. Is pretty much what he was trying to say. And like I said, he got his ass handed to him because, yes, especially the way he delivered that, it was very insensitive. But as the plump queen I am, the 9 that I am supposed to overstand all. Now, I know this gentleman, and you know what I'm saying, I know that he would never just outright just say something disrespectful towards women. That's not his personality. Known him about 20 years. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like as women, we get, again, overly emotional about certain things where men are concerned. We somehow feel as if men are supposed to completely understand our feelings and how we see things. And that's just not reality. Again, ladies, I feel you. I am a woman. So I completely understand. But again, if we are going to come together and if we're going to unite, we have to start thinking with logic. Because this is how I saw what he said. I saw a man that will never ever understand what it is to carry a child. He would never understand that because children don't grow inside of them. So he would not understand that bond. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't understand that. He never will. It doesn't matter how we describe it, no matter what kind of information he can read about it. He can study every scientific book, you know what I'm saying, about that connection, but he will never feel it, so he will never truly understand it. So why would I get upset for him making a, you could say, ignorant statement as he did? Well, question, because he asked a question. I feel like if we would have got out of our emotions and actually tried to explain, maybe he could, you know what I'm saying, get an idea. Maybe that can teach him, you know what I'm saying, to think before he speaks. Or maybe just ask that question to someone personal or a female that he knows that would know him and know that they wouldn't take that personally. But it's a question that he was asking because he really didn't know. And these are the chances that we get to educate one another because we're so emotional. We're always ready to fight. We don't ever sit back and try to figure out why people act the things that they do. Why, you know what I'm saying? What compelled him, you know what I'm saying, to ask that? You know what I'm saying? Because another thing, ladies, granted, they don't understand how we feel, but if you're in a relationship with a man and you're dealing with that emotional, situation, that affects them too. So can you imagine you having to deal with a situation and do not understand at all? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? But you're expected, you know what I'm saying, to be there, to be in there, and to understand. But how? How are they supposed to understand that if they don't know? We're always in our feelings, lady. Trust me. Listen, I say this all the time. I am the most emotional person. I am extremely emotional. But I am also extremely logical too. It's a balancement. And this is something that we're not taught, guys. I understand that. But we have to do better now. We need to overstand. Men are not even taught to even acknowledge their emotions. That's what they're taught that. A man's not supposed to cry. You know what I'm saying? You better chuck that up. They're not supposed to allow the world to see. They see that as weakness. That's what they're taught. But then they get into relationships and is expected to overstand emotions. They're supposed to be able to help you emotionally, but how? If they haven't been taught to even express their own. Doesn't make sense. And it goes vice versa as well. Men expect us to think about things logically. But nah, we're emotional. See, you guys are not tapped into your emotions. So what you're expecting us to do, you know what I'm saying, it's not plausible. No, that's an emotional thing. So you can't expect nothing else but that. It goes both ways. There is times to be emotional and there is time to be logical. And you as an individual, man or woman, is supposed to gauge how you know what I'm saying, you distribute that. You know what I'm saying? If a man, you know what I'm saying, felt the loss, he should be able to cry. If they lose somebody, they should be able to cry. That should not demean them. That should not mean that they're not a man. That should not make them feel, you should not be made to feel that that's a feminine thing. You have tear ducts, don't you? Therefore, as a human being, you're supposed to cry. That has nothing to do with the, you know what I'm saying, with a gender role or label. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, ladies, yeah, we cry, but not every situation, you know what I'm saying, is needed for you to be boo-hooing and being extra dramatic about it. Sometimes you have to think with your head because your heart can lead you in the wrong place. That's why it's balancement. So again, he said that very misguidedly. And I get why everyone was mad at him. But you know what I'm saying, I would suggest and recommend for us to, instead of immediately getting upset and wanting to argue and go back and forth with one another, let's sit back and try to understand why someone wants to know, you know what I'm saying, something. Why they feel the way that they feel. Why do they perceive things the way that they do? It's a lot more productive. You don't even know. You might even be able to influence them the way you see things if you do it a certain way. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, you know what I'm saying, this gentleman has daughters. So, you know what I'm saying? So for him to be a father, you know what I'm saying, of, you know what I'm saying, young women, that is a question that he may, you know what I'm saying, need to know. What if that happens to his daughter and he doesn't know, you know what I'm saying, how to handle that or what to tell her or how, you know what I'm saying, even have an inkling of a daughter, how she feels. Maybe somebody could have educated him at that moment. So now he knows how to be sensitive, you know what I'm saying, to the woman in his life. And whether it just, and not just his daughter, you know, any female, you know what I'm saying, that's in his life. Mother, daughter, auntie, cousins, whatever. We have to start educating one another. Having some empathy instead of just always just overly being emotional. We have to stop doing that. Like I tell you all the time, the moves that you make, you want them to be an intent, not a reaction. You want to intentionally do things with a logical mind. Doesn't matter what it is. You don't want to just be reactive because your first reaction, it may be the wrong one. Unless you have all of the information, how can you know what I'm saying, possibly make the right move or decision if you don't know all of the information? But if you're going just strictly off what you saw firsthand, that could turn out bad. You could be absolutely wrong. So I feel like we need to do better. Ladies, let's start educating men. Instead of just expecting them to understand how we feel and do things, let's, you know what I'm saying, let's try to figure that out. Fellas, let's do the same. You know what I'm saying? Stop expecting your woman to just, you know what I mean, just get over it. Nah, maybe you need to get in tune with those emotions so you can understand. You might move different. because you understand that you don't like your emotions to be messed with, right, men? That's why y'all try to be emotionless. You know what I mean? Y'all get in one heartbreak and it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to be hoes for life after that. Y'all do not want to deal with that heartbreak. You don't like that feeling. It makes you feel weak or, you know what I'm saying, inadequate. I can dig it. So you make sure you don't put yourselves in that position for that, you know what I'm saying, for you to feel that way. Well, if that's how you feel, then you should understand that your woman feels the same way. Why would she, you know what I'm saying, want to deal with heartbreak and all of that jazz over and over and over again? Do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. You say that when you do that, you know what I'm saying, in the community, but why doesn't that work in your relationship? Why is it okay to do things to your romance, you know what I'm saying, to the person that you want to live, you know, spend your life with, you're having sex with, you know, sharing your body and DNA and all of that? Doesn't really make sense. So as always, we have to do better. So I hope my friend learned something from this. You know what I'm saying? I hope that now he will try to find a better way to ask such questions. Maybe he should just ask me. You know what I'm saying? Or someone like me that's not overly sensitive in certain lights and is willing, you know what I'm saying, to educate you before I just, you know, deem you an asshole and, you know, all that jazz. I prefer to try to educate first. Because ignorance is ignorance. Anything that you don't know, you're ignorant to. So it is my job, you know what I'm saying, as, you know, plump queen, to educate. It's what I do. We all need to be that way. Anybody that's around you that doesn't know something that you know, you should want to educate them. Because again, you see the uproar that just happened. So if you educated them, you can prevent that. If you know what I'm saying, if you can talk to them rationally, you know, they can see the error and he can apologize, you know what I'm saying, and find, like I said, a better way to ask certain questions that he may not, you know, that he may want the answer to. And vice versa. We have to always go for the route, you know what I'm saying, of compromise. We need to do that. We are too quick to just jump on each other. We're just too quick to check each other. Just too quick to do that. We don't ever give each other the benefit of the doubt that you can really want to understand something, that you really want to learn, that you really, you know what I'm saying, that's a real question. So we have to do better. Okay? I'm not the only one that can do this. I promise you. It's really simple. Because you would want that same respect. It's a respect thing. Because what if you didn't know something and you asked a question? And you know what I'm saying? Because again, like men don't know us, we don't know them. Like we don't know what it is to be a black man, you know what I'm saying, in America, and the things that they have to go through mentally on a daily basis. We don't understand what that is. And we never will. You know what I'm saying? So to try to act as such, and what if you're trying to ask a question, men do not have the right to just be like, you know what I'm saying, to come for your neck. You know what I mean? And just start going through the 42 laws of Ma'at on why, you know what I'm saying, the black man got it hard. It's not fair. It's not the right thing to do. Again, like I said, we need to talk to each other so we can, you know, come to a compromise. That's what needs to be done. So like I said, I don't know what it is to be a black man. I never will. You know what I'm saying? But I do know what I wouldn't want to happen to me. I know the type of treatment that I wouldn't want. So I have an idea that I wouldn't want to be treated that way. You know what I'm saying? I say this to people all the time. It's just kind of sidebar, but still on track. Like with losing my arm. I'm not the only person that's lost my arm. You know, I know, so, oh, see, this is the South. I just saw something just run by me. Ooh, wee. I know I've been down here a long time, but I am from New York. That just scared me. I'm sorry, and y'all caught that on camera, so y'all can laugh, you know, at me later about that. You know what I'm saying? But And that just made me lose my train of thought. Yes, okay, with my arm. Okay, so I'm not the only, person who has lost their arm, in an accident. Okay, so, but I personally was not awake. I was not conscious for my accident. So I didn't hear nothing, see nothing, feel nothing, or any of that. Then I know some people who was awake for their, during their accident. I know a lady, I met her on Facebook. She said she was completely awake, remembered and felt when her arm came off of her body. See what I'm saying? So, like, I personally, I know what it is to lose an arm, obviously, because my arm is gone. But I don't know what it feels like to lose an arm, if that makes sense. So I actually have way more sympathy for her than I do for myself, because I was blessed to not have any mental or emotional, turmoil where that accident is concerned. I can ride shotgun in a car. I promise you I will. I'm not going to sleep until that dies. And I'm sorry, y'all. I know I'm supposed to be one with nature. I'm definitely getting there. But see, how I operate, as long as they stay outside, we good. Once you come into my personal space, it's a problem. We don't sublease over here. Yeah. And I just can't. I'm so sorry. I'm going to get it, though. You messing me up. Anyway, so like I said, I don't know what I don't know what it feels. I know what it feels like to lose an arm, but I don't know what it feels like to lose an arm. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, I have more sympathy for her. So, and I don't need to feel, that. I didn't need to have to do that to know that had to, that has to be one of the most traumatic things you can ever go through. I mean, even my friend that was in the accident with me, like, she was awake for the accident. So granted, she didn't have, she didn't lose a limb, but I don't know what her mental, is. She can tell me all day that she's good and, and that she doesn't have to worry, but I can't imagine how she would feel comfortable talking to me about her feelings and how that affects her, because I physically, lost something. But let me tell y'all something. Mental pain, mental trauma, emotional trauma, at least in my opinion, is way deeper than physical. Like, my arm is good. Little Ma is chilling. Only time this will hurt is if I squeeze, at the bottom too hard, because of the nerve endings that are still under there that were tucked. That's the only way I feel pain where this is. I know people who, that go through traumatic things and they can't sleep. They have nightmares, and they relive the situation, over and over again. Yeah, see, I don't know what that's like. But by no means do I feel like, because I don't have that I don't understand that that's not cool. You see what I'm saying? So you don't have to literally go through something that somebody went through to have that empathy and to know. That, yeah. So it's the same thing, to rope this back to the actual topic. Fellas, you don't understand what it is, to have a child. The day of conception, we feel that. That baby is us. Our children are our reflections. Period. That is a bond that will never break, even after that umbilical cord is done. That is a connection that will never break. That baby is growing. That life is growing inside of us. It moves our organs out of the way to fit itself. Everything we eat, it eats. Everything we feel, it feels. You know what I'm saying? That is the closest bond you can ever have to another thing, because it's literally growing inside of you. The next step to that would be sex. Because you, as a man, you are literally inside of us. That's why I personally feel like sex is marriage. Because that ring, no, that man is inside of you, literally. And he is, you know what I'm saying, in most cases, spilling his DNA inside of, like, y'all don't see how much closer can you get than that? You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, fellas, that's something that you'll never understand. You know what I'm saying? And everybody is different. Everybody takes things differently. So, yes, losing a child before it's born is still losing a child. That life is still there. It's life. It may not be, you know what I'm saying, human. Well, it is human. But it may not be, again, what you see out here. But it's still life. And to us as the mother, which is why it is our jobs to do this. This is why we were made to have children. That's why that's not your job. That's why you're not equipped with those emotions. Because that's not your job. That's why we have them. Children need, you know what I'm saying, emotional, you know what I'm saying, stability. They need all of that mush, mush, gush, gush. Your baby need that. But see, y'all come in to balance that out, because there's a time when that needs to be balanced out again. There's a time when you need to, you know, put childish things away. So you need to be also taught, you know what I'm saying, the other side of that. That's where you come in. Everything, we complement each other. That's why we're needed. So that's why it's imperative, you know what I'm saying, for us to overstand each other. Because if we overstand each other, then we'll know how to deal. We will know how to coexist. We will know what to do, what not to do, what to say, what not to say, when to say it. All of that. If you get to know each other and truly try to overstand. All right? So I love y'all. That's going to be about it. I don't think I can explain that, you know what I'm saying, or break that down anymore. So I hope my friend is watching, and you know what I'm saying, I'm sorry you got that flack, but you know what I'm saying, now we're going to, again, like I said, educate each other, you know what I'm saying, and have a more conducive conversations about these things, instead of, you know, making insensitive posts and then everybody just jumping on it and we just have another, you know, public argument, just more of us fighting for no reason. That description makes me want to stay without sex. Don't spill nothing in me, please. Hey, that's what it is. That's what it is, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. That's literally what it is. Yeah. Everybody gonna be alright. You're gonna be alright, right? So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all giving me y'all time and energy. Again, subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you hit the bell so you can get all the notifications, because you don't want to miss not 1 second of this inspiration. And of course, like you guys have been seeing, I am the new brand ambassador for Tiffy's Corners Natural Body Care, and I'm very ecstatic about it. You guys have been going on the website. I've been seeing you. I appreciate it. Go on and get them products, especially her Shungite Goat Soap, Bar Soap. That has an awesome cause attached to it. Now, I've talked about Shungite, you know what I'm saying, on my show in the past. You know, Shungite stones, they're found in Russia, and they are a stone that literally naturally alkalines, you know what I'm saying, water. It purifies it. So, and it's also used if you are, you know what I'm saying, into a different type of spirituality. It's definitely good for protection and a host of other things. Okay, so she has this infused into her soap, and every 10 bars that is sold, she is able to give 4 families that live in Flint, Michigan, you know what I'm saying, a filtration system of sort, you know what I'm saying, with these Shungites. You know, that's actually an idea that my Lighthouse family had came up with, but we had went another route. So I feel like this is super dope, and that the universe is just just putting this in my path so we can implement this, because like y'all remember when I went to Flint, we're absolutely going to bring Ramin Menzade back. I definitely still have a couple of people that wanted to be heard, that lives out there. So I'm just extremely excited that I can, add this new brand that I'm a part of, to continue to go along with all of the things, that AMPspirationTTV, wants to do for the community. So I'm super excited about that. So again, make sure y'all get that Shungite bar. Every 10 bars, that is sold, you'll be helping a family in Flint, Michigan, getting some clean water. Okay? Now also for you, so you can get something back, because we don't just want to ask you for something, we actually want to give you something back. So if you use Plump Queen, yes, me. If you use the code Plump Queen, on the website to buy any product, you'll get 10% off. All right, so y'all get y'all savings. Let's get these folks some water, and let's just all just be naturally, protected and beautiful. All right, so make sure you hit up Tiffy's Corner. I'm going to have all of the links inside the caption, and I cannot wait for y'all to join this Tiffy Corner wave. Okay, so I love y'all. Go to the site, subscribe to YouTube, get this inspiration, get all this great body care, and just be awesome. Be inspired. Peace, y'all.